This playthrough is rated T for teen.
I guess we are a dream weaver. I was also going to say something about Dream Warriors from Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it's 3. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Syberia II. In the last episode, we helped Hans. We got the dream fruit for Hans and entered his dreams, and also we got one step ready to put the train into the village, but saving Hans was first priority, so let's see if we can save him in his dreamscape. Hello?
Nothing I can do. It's locked.
Yeah, my one weakness. A locked door. Okay, fine. Well, let's see what else is going on around here. But yeah, in the dream sequence, we're back in Vauldemare from the first game, and it's almost exactly the same as that point, except for maybe some minor things. Can we go any... I think that takes us... Oh, hello. It's a man. We never saw him in the previous game. Mainly because the factory was mostly locked up, and this man had already died, so I assume this is Hans's father. Hans on his father, so...
Please, Mr. Vorarlberg, sir.
Ah, you're the new chambermaid, I presume. Well, it's about time. I'll be giving you instructions when I get back from the factory, and until then,
Excuse me, sir, but I am not a servant.
Well, who are you, then?
I was about to say, her dress didn't really indicate that she was a chambermaid, but I don't know, in this time period, who knew?
My name is Kate Walker. I'm a friend of your son, Hans.
Look, miss. To my knowledge, Hans has no friends. That boy is a complete misfit.
I can assure you I am, Mr. Vorarlberg.
Miss, the boy who yesterday was my son, today is but a puppet of himself, wound up in his strange obsessions and his queer pet hobbies. That boy only has one friend, and that friend is trouble.
This must have been after he hit his head and his basically brain got scrambled around.
Would it be possible to see Hans, please?
Impossible. He's being punished in the attic.
Sir, it's very important.
Miss, Hans has been sent to the attic until further orders. I don't want him getting up to any more harebrained mischief while I'm at the factory.
So we have to find a way to get him out of here. It seems like in the first game we had to like use a ladder to get to the attic, but I assume we can't do that in this game because that was modern technology.
The clock in the hall doesn't seem to work.
Time, miss. Just when you think it's going nowhere, it starts slipping away like sand through your fingers.
It's like tears in the rain.
You're going back to the factory? Yes?
Of course. Like every day.
Is Hans going with you?
Not on my life. The boy has lost all sense of discipline and method. And discipline and method are the primary qualities of any self-respecting automaton manufacturer.
Goodbye, Mr. Vorarlberg.
Goodbye it is, Miss Walker.
You think realistically he'd be like, "Who are you? Get out of my house!" And he calls security on her.
Sorry to disturb you, sir.
What is it now?
I was seeing if he had any extra dialogue.
I've got to talk to Hans, sir.
No. For the last time, it's out of the question.
Goodbye, Mr. Vorarlberg.
Goodbye it is, Miss Walker.
Now you leave my place before I get my gun. Oh, wait,
Sorry to disturb you.
But
What?
this guy's European. Never mind. Okay, so repeating himself. So how are we supposed to find out what time he leaves for the factory? Well, we can't get to Hans, so there's only one other person. Unless, well, let's take a look and see. There was a couple other areas we couldn't get to from before, but maybe we could ask Anna what time her father leaves, because we could in the last episode we were able to figure out that we could manipulate the clock. So in a dream sense, if we mess with it, then we can change things. So it looks like we can't even do anything over here. I was just curious. I'm wondering why it even lets you go into that screen if we can't even interact with it or go into the factory. Why even have it? Yeah, whatever. Like I said, it's probably code from the original game, and they decided to leave it in. Same with this. It was like coded to be like that, but no point in it. So, I was just checking to see if there was anything over there, like interaction. Yeah, this section we don't even get to. Now I think I already know what the answer to the puzzle is, but for the sake of completion and to figure it out without just clicking on things all of a sudden. I still yet to figure out like how you're supposed to figure out what buttons to press on the plane with Boris to figure out the numbers there. I just kind of just messed around with stuff. There might have been like maybe I missed like something that, or maybe you are meant to just kind of point at stuff and click around and see what the results are. I don't know, but I'm surprised there wasn't like a blueprint or something like that kind of told you what buttons to press, or at least gave you an idea of what you're supposed to mess with. They could have been going by the Myst mentality, where it's just like you find some clues, but you know they're so opaque and all over the place. You never know what you're gonna find.
Anna,
Yes?
do you know what time your father will return to the factory?
Yes. At 7:15 exactly.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go, 7:15.
Anna,
Yes?
do you know what...
Yes.
Okay,
thank
it's just repeating himself. Or repeating herself. So yeah, I thought it was 7:15. It sounded familiar when she said it. Was like, okay, that was the solution. But yeah, that's how you find out. Is you just go back to Anna, and she tells you. Other than that, you would have to just keep messing with the clock, and hopefully you got the time. Although, if it was me, I probably would have, depending on, because I think they said the father worked at the factory like all the time, so he could have been used some information from the previous game. But the thing is, those are two separate games, so it'd be kind of cruel to have even though you would think if you had the second game, you played the first one and owned it probably. But anyway, it'd be kind of cool to say you had to play through the previous game to have a clue for the future game. That would have been an interesting concept, mind you, if it was implemented correctly. Like, there was notes in the first game of a series that were clues for the second game, you know. But if they did that, they would have just they would have had the character have those items on them from the previous game for those clues. But yeah. All right, let's mess with that clock so we can get into Hans's room. So let's see. So let's see how they. Let's see this. Looks like this moves it one tick, which is probably 15 minutes. Because I think every. Let's see. So yeah, because every major symbol is 30 minutes, so this is 15, I believe. And then we do that. Oh no, this one's 15 and this one's 30. Okay.
This thing's stuck.
Let's see. So 15 on this would be 3, wouldn't it?
This thing's stuck. This thing's...
Okay. Let's see. Because it said 7:15, so maybe... let's see. 6, 7, and 15.
This thing's... This thing...
Okay, I guess the idea is now figuring out how to actually get
This
the...
thing...
Get the thing on there. Okay, let's try resetting this again. Or actually, can we leave and reset it, or does it stay at that? Oh, it does. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh. So. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's I was looking around. I was like, there's got to be something to indicate like what time it is. So right now we're at 3:45, I think. Yeah, 3:45. So that's that.
This thing...
I'm just seeing if there's anything I can also manipulate other than that. No, it's still... Yeah, it looks like it's still on that. So maybe I have to get... Maybe I have to get to wherever that is. So that's not quite 3, because you can tell it's like very close to 3, so... We need to get to whatever that number is, I think. So let's get to that instead. So I need to get to Let's see. So yeah, 245. Okay. So we got to 245, which allowed us to interact with that. So that was the clue to get to the next section there. Let's see. So let's now, maybe now that we've actually manipulated this, we can actually move things to the 740 or 715 thing now that we've got everything working. So let's see. Oh, I might have, because I think I went too far. Yeah, I went too far. Whoops. I pressed the wrong one on that. Alright, let's go back. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, I can't just go backwards. Okay. So, now that we have it on that. Oh. So, can I... wonder if I'm... It's like that's... Okay, we went... So it looks like... So it looks like that caused it to move. And then these manipulate the actual time itself. I think there's got to be a good time to like... What does this do? Does this rewind it? Or make it go slower? Okay, so it rewinds the thing. So... Let's see. Huh. I didn't realize... I don't remember this clock puzzle being... I wouldn't say it's difficult, it's just... I guess... Okay, so we didn't do it right. So touching the bell is the way to like, get him to go, but I think we have to get actually... let's see. Maybe if we just go... Because I doubt we'll hit it exactly, so maybe we just need to get the clock to move. What the? Is that supposed to happen, or is that because it's a dreamscape? Like, his, frickin' paper just, like... I think that's a glitch. At least we got him to leave, and he dropped... Why did he leave the key? I guess we don't have to mess with this anymore. Yeah, see, it won't let us click on it. I'm not sure... Like, I'm not sure why making the clock go crazy forward and then pressing the bell made that work. So I'm a little off. I figured it out, but it's one of those things I'm not 100% sure how that puzzles... Oh, now the paper landed back down. That might have been because I was playing a modern computer, because I don't... Because this is meant for, like, a old, like, Windows XP, you know, so... And obviously I have Windows 10 at the time, so yeah, now we can get into the attic, so... Yeah, sorry about that, the puzzle being a bit odd. Like, we figured it out, but still... It was a bit of a weird thing, so... Because I vaguely remember the clock puzzle, but I didn't remember it being that, like... I don't know if I'd say convoluted, but... Anyway, let's, check up on Hans. Maybe this is enough to get him out of his stupor. Let's see. Okay, let's just keep going. Yeah, I remember this from the previous game. So in the previous game, we had to climb in through the like window over here. But all right, let's talk to the boy. Hey, boy.
Hans. Hans, it's me, Kate.
Okay.
Hans. Hans, talk to me.
Well, this kid is at that time where he just got his brain hit, so now he's in, like, different mode. He's basically not the kid he was before for all intents and purposes.
Hans! He can't see me.
Or he's just choosing to ignore you.
Hans! Hans! He can't see me.
Okay, I was just saying how many, if she had different lines of dialogue, so. Alright, let's get into the one thing he obsessed over.
Hans, I've got something that might interest you.
The mammoth doll. Have you come a long way to be here, Kate Walker?
Yeah, you could say.
I'm tired now, Kate Walker. I will never see the Isle of Syberia and the great mammoths. My life is slipping away.
You mustn't say that, Hans. You've got to wake up, do you hear? Wake up!
Do you believe that automatons are there to help us in our hour of need?
Yeah, sure.
This one's called Oscar. I created him.
Of course I know Oscar. He's an old friend of mine. I'm very fond of him.
Yes, I know.
Oscar is worried about you, Hans.
You must open his heart for me. Can you do that, Kate Walker?
I don't understand, Hans. You've got to wake up now. You've got to come with me. Hans?
We disappear like a gosh darn jack-in-the-box. Well, now we can interact with the table. Well, that was a trip. Oh, that's it. I was expecting a huge conversation to occur, so... Alright, lady. Well, so we have to open up Oscar's heart, huh? So that's the next step.
God!
Okay, that's just repeating.
Excuse me.
Good. Very good. Toot toot.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Good. Very good. Toot toot.
Okay.
Hi there.
Ah, Miss Kate Walker.
I've got to find some way of helping Hans.
Late, Miss Walker. Very late.
Seems like this lady doesn't want to give me my next objective.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, could you help me?
You find help in your dreams, Miss Kate Walker.
I guess the whole opening Oscar's heart is the next
Hi
step.
there.
Toot toot.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Good. Very good. Toot toot.
Wow, you were very helpful, lady.
Excuse me.
What is it, Miss Kate Walker, huh?
I've got to find some way of helping Hans.
Late, Miss Walker. Very late.
All right.
Hi there. I don't know what...
You find help.
Okay, she's repeating herself, so. Alright. So now we gotta go back to the train where Oscar is, and we gotta get him inside. Because apparently we need to find a way to
I'm
open
in a
his
log
heart.
cabin. Kind of a hunting den. There's fresh footprints. Kate Walker came by here not long ago. Several days at most. I would guess she must have gone fishing. Find something to eat. Found some clues here. Some strange kind of bait.
Canton, I'm tired. I couldn't give Jack for your namby-pamby clues. I want the girl, you hear me? Canton, Canton? Canton, answer me for Christ's sake! Canton!
New York. Are you receiving me?
Badly. Canton, speak up!
Oh, Christ. There's a minor hitch, Moxton. Make that a major one.
They're getting desperate. But we're having the time of our lives trying to save our friend from giving into his, you know, his depression or whatever you want to call it. So, anyway, so now we need to actually get Oscar inside. I don't know if we were able to do this sooner. Actually, does the chief have anything to say? I know what I need to do, but I'm just curious.
Hello, sir.
Kunuk Mak, Kate Walker.
Nope. Okay, cool. So yeah, now we need to go back to the train again. So that's probably why I shouldn't have messed with all that train stuff. But I wanted to see if Oscar had extra dialogue and all that other stuff in the previous episode. But now we need to actually get that train inside. Yeah, before we tried trying to figure out how to get the train in, but you know, we used the mechanism to try and get there, but I think we hadn't you know, actually hooked the rope to the cable car. Maybe we weren't allowed to because we needed to have that scene with Hans yet. So let's go back to the train and see if we can check on how to get inside. Actually, I wonder if Oscar has any extra dialogue before we actually rope the train into the village. Okay. Yeah, you can tell we're getting closer to the end. Not quite, but you know, you can tell it's kind of getting to that point where we're near the end. Yeah, these games don't last too long if you know what you're doing. So, at least the old point-and-click adventure games. The old ones that really lasted forever were like the super tough puzzle ones, like Myst and stuff like that, or like the King's Quest games. And overall, they're not very long, but because of how like vague some of the answers were, and the whole idea was to just keep, you know, playing and trying to figure it out and making little bits of head progress every time you played the game. You know, that could take you forever, even though the game was like 2 hours long. You know, it's the same with a lot of these point-and-click adventure games. Although later on, after a certain point, I think it was like maybe the late 90s is when they kind of started getting like kind of Syberia levels where they had some puzzles, but they weren't really super difficult. Not really. I mean, this one had a few vague ones, I'll admit, but nothing that was too insane. Not like the old days. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to interact with that, but let's see if Oscar has anything to say. But yeah, I didn't actually interact with the cable after it was attached. So let's see what Oscar says. Yeah, we didn't stay very long. Oh man, he's even leaving it on.
Hi, Oscar.
Hello, Kate Walker.
It's so goofy to see him with a hat on.
I just spoke with Hans, and...
Oh, so he is better.
I don't know. He said some strange things. That automatons had been created for a day when... Well, that maybe one day you'd open up your heart for him. You okay, Oscar?
Our efforts should be focused on getting the train down, Kate Walker.
I think he knows something that we're not quite sure, or he's not quite sure.
What did Hans mean by open up your heart?
Each thing in its own time, Kate Walker. For now, let us concentrate on finding a way of getting the train into the Sokal village.
Yeah, finish this plot point first.
There we go. We can get the train moving now.
But the spring is completely unwound, Kate Walker.
Then we'll get it moving some other way.
Tally-ho, Kate Walker! I'll stay at the controls to apply the brakes on our descent.
I'm off now, Oscar.
I shall await your return, Kate Walker.
I keep thinking, is Oscar supposed to be French or British?
Hi, Oscar.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Tally-ho! Tally-ho! Actually, isn't Wind of the Will is a French-inspired story, now that I think about it?
Are you ready, Oscar?
I'm ready.
I'm off now, Oscar.
I shall await.
I'm ready
Hi,
and willing.
Oscar.
Hello?
Okay, we're done with that. Okay, now let's get the train. Let's get this plane, train, and automobile inside this village so we can get to open up his heart. What do they mean by open up his heart? What do you think, viewers? What do you think opening up your heart means? Is Kingdom Hearts convoluted? Then you know what opening your heart means. Okay, I don't know why I referenced that all of a sudden, but alright, let's get it attached. Yeah, so we attached it, we just didn't winch the thing, so yeah, it's alright. My hand tool skills and everything like that is a bit rusty. You think I would have remembered something like that, you know, for like certain building construction and all this other stuff. So now that it's taught, now we can push the lever on that contraption and pull the train in. So let's go do that. Yeah, that was the only thing I missed from last time. Although I wonder if I could have done that before. I've never actually tried doing the things generally out of order to see if you got Oscar in before you actually went to Hans' Dream, if that would affect things or not. Or like if it would allow you to actually pull the train in. Or if it did, it would just stop the story until you got to Hans or something like that. Maybe it did, I don't know. I know some of these old games couldn't do too much crazy coding with it, you know. Not like modern days where you can do some crazy stuff. train's in. So now let's go meet up with Oscar and see if we can do whatever this thing was about getting the heart and all that. So actually, I guess both ways would have been just as fast. Oh well. Probably should have gone out the other way because it was closer to the location, but yep. Not too much longer now. Now we can get Oscar to see Hans. He's probably been fraught with worry just because, you know, the thieves have captured him, and then now he's on death's bed. And this time, I mean physically and mentally. Yeah, the body can fail, but if the mind fails, it's even worse, because then, you know, that's the thing that's keeping everything going. So, let's get... I think we can actually... I don't think we... Well, let's see if Oscar's at the train. It might be just a case where we just have to go back to the shaman's house at this point. Whoops. Thought I could. Come on. Sorry, if we walk, the game will be over by this point. Yeah, let's see if Oscar's up here or not. He might... Like I said, he might be at the shaman's place. And what's over here? Just the front. Yeah, I think this is where the train's gonna stay for the rest of the game. Oh no, Oscar's here. Just where he goes to the shaman's place after this, but well, he is tied to the train, so that kind of makes sense.
Oscar, are you all right?
Are you still here, Kate Walker? Mr. Vorarlberg needs you terribly. Please do not procrastinate.
He took off the mask.
Hans said, "You will have to open up his heart for me." Is that something you could do, Kate Walker? And he was talking about you, Oscar. It seems to be something important for the completion of his voyage. But what's it all about?
Kate Walker, I am really very pleased to have met you.
Oscar, I don't understand.
It was really a very beautiful voyage. Now it is time to say farewell.
But Oscar, I don't want to.
Automatons are constructed to serve man. Goodbye, Kate Walker.
Hang on! Where are you going? Oscar!
I have perfectly understood, Kate Walker. I am only an automaton, and it is time I served some purpose.
That seems pretty dour for a situation. Saying goodbye to Kate like that, it's almost like something bad's gonna happen to him. But what is gonna happen to Oscar? Is he gonna open his heart up to Hans and serve his destiny? And who's calling me right now? I had an outro.
Hello?
Kate?
Mr. Marson.
Kate, you gotta snap out of it now. You know, we're all scared witless.
You shouldn't worry. Honestly, I'm fine.
Kate, we've got a private dick out looking for you. Trust this guy. He can help you.
You're wasting your time, Mr. Marson.
And that is that. So find out what happens with Oscar and Hans in the next episode of Syberia II. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.